So my name is Kisik WhiskeyJack. I'm from Satellite Cree Nation. I'm the director of the Indigenous House of Beaver Hills, which is a collective of all Two-Spirit Indigiqueer performance artists ranging from drag queens, hoop dance, and burlesque. And we're always looking to recruit new members. If you're a performance artist, hit us up. In the past few years, during the pandemic, Pride has really evolved into something spectacular over the years. I wanted to do a Two-Spirit powwow. So back in 2018, 2019, it just never happened. I guess it took 4 or 5 years for that to flourish into what it is today. I guess you could say it had a lot of networking, relationship building over the few years for it to become what it is today. I have a lot to thank for the Pride Fest, for giving us the platform, the resources, the structure, infrastructure to make this event happen. It's an Alberta first, so we're making history, and I'm really excited about that. It's important to honor who we are as human beings first and foremost, rather than the colonial labels we decide to box ourselves in. And basically what it comes down to is returning to the sacred circle. You know, James McCocus says, there are no closets in teepees, and being Two-Spirit is, in a sense, not a declaration to the world like coming out. Alex Wilson is an academic in Saskatchewan who explains this concept of coming in. And so that was my inspiration to get involved in the Two-Spirit movement. And, you know, this Two-Spirit powwow is really a testament to all of that hard work over the past few years. For this being the first time event, I've went to a Two-Spirit powwow in Saskatchewan. I think the First Nations communities, in Métis communities, Indigenous communities can expect for the categories to be combined. That way it creates a safe space for gender non-conforming people within our nations to dance whatever category they choose. Mm-hmm. Because traditionally, for example, women's fancy, the jingle, women's traditional are danced by women. However, there are people in the powwow circles who choose to dance chicken. Say if you're an assigned female at birth, chicken's traditionally a male dancing category. Hopefully it'll inspire someone to finally do what feels right in their heart, to live in their truth, to be authentic in spaces like this. It would be great for us to open up the Edmonton Pride Fest with people of the traditional territory here, to host an event, open up Pride in a good way, because that was one of our original OG members of the Two-Spirit movement here in Edmonton, Richard Jenkins, to just clear that energy for Pride to happen with love and acceptance in mind. When it comes to powwows, there's singers, dancers, drummers, which is one aspect of the Indigenous experience at Pride Fest, but it's also going to be followed by an Indigenous House Gala. So we're going to showcase fashion designers, 3 of them, Machakos Designs, Heather Boucher Designs, and Mobilize, which is Indigenous streetwear with Cree flair. There will also be a powwow portion of the event, which showcases 7 dance categories in 2 different sets, and it'll be co-emceed by Adrienne LaChance, who will also be emceeing the powwow. And these 3 different elements invite our Indigenous allies to stand in allyship through performance art in various mediums, involving 30 plus Indigenous artists for this gala. And we also booked our headliner, Shayla LaRue from season 3 Canada's Drag Race. So that's really nice. And we're also involving our house members who don't typically get to be booked. We want to showcase more than just our drag queens. We have hoop dance, burlesque, and also honorary guest spoken word. And for the concert portion after the gala, Hallucination will actually be headlining and closing the Indigenous experience. Quanta Style is opening for them.